Trigger warning. This movie and the subject matter may be offensive to people with mental disabilities. The subject matter of the film addresses hurtful words and possibly offensive/inaccurate behaviors of people with mental disabilities. Please be advised not to watch if these topics may upset you. Hey everybody, my name is Dylan Scott Gilligan, and today we're going to be reviewing, I don't know if that's the right term, but we're going to be reviewing the DCOM True Confessions. This is another one I have never seen before. I do remember hearing about it and seeing previews on Disney Channel, but I just have never seen it before. So basically this movie follows a girl named True, T-R-U, which is a callback to the title, and she's a very I say TV or film oriented character. She's always filming stuff. The way she has her little monologues, it's almost like she has her own TV show. And she does have a brother who has a mental disability. I don't think what he has is ever disclosed in the movie. It's just mental disability, I think, is what we hear from her. But basically she has a hard time living with him because he does act different in front of her friends. There's one occasion where he comes out of his house flashing, I think it's True's camera, saying paparazzi, paparazzi and stuff like that. My dad's watching me. I don't know what he's doing. I'm so uncomfortable right now. That's weird. Anyway, so she has an issue with him. They're high school. They're actually twins. They're in high school. And there is a boy at her school that she likes who's actually played by the same actor who plays Paolo in the Lizzie McGuire movie. He's also in Pretty Little Liars. He's one of the cops, I think. Anyway, I think that was him. Maybe I'm not telling the truth, but it looks like him. I'll have to look that up. Either way, she has a crush on this guy, and there's several occasions where she's embarrassed by her brother or her family in front of him. But at the end of the day, she really does love her brother, and he eventually expresses concerns that, she doesn't play with him anymore because she finds out about this competition where I guess you have to make a program or a doc to get your own TV show, and she doesn't know what to make it on. She tries one take where she's talking about her brother's mental disability, but from a very scientific point of view, and it's just not hitting. So eventually she just changes it into a more personal video that has to do about her and her brother's relationship and how it affects her. While all of this is happening, she has a lot of issues with her mom, because her mom does tell her, take it easy on your brother, all this stuff, and True just really feels overlooked and she really can't do anything right. So her and her mom have a strained relationship, but at the same time, she's online on a forum asking for help with her brother. How can she make it easier for him? How can she make it more comfortable? And she does have someone who comments on that post that she really likes. She imagines as this perfect mom, but you do later find out it is her mom, and that was the only way they were really communicating effectively, which True is upset when that comes out. So it's hard to watch her relationship with her mom in this because I don't know. Her mom does say something. I think she comes off wrong, and True's just already frustrated. True's father is a little aggressive when it comes to her brother, and he's gone a lot because I think he's a surgeon, maybe a brain surgeon. But anyway, so True keeps recording this documentary, which does end up winning, and it plays on TV, but her dad's not there. He's watching it at the hospital, and he realizes he's not in it much, and she's like, well, I just knew that if I put you in this documentary, you wouldn't like what you see. and she shows him it's a lot of his outbursts or he wasn't there. And that, I think, was his lesson of the movie, is that he needs to be there more for his family. And that does happen at the end of the film. In between all of this, there's a lot of things that happen with True and her brother. They go to like a fair, I believe, and her brother comes back with a hat, and she's like, "Where'd you get that hat? You didn't steal it, right?" And he says no. She finds out that the guy she has a crush on and his two friends gave him this hat. There is the R-word slur in this movie more than once, so just be prepared for that. If that's like a trigger or whatever, just be like careful. But they had all spit in the hat before they gave it to him to wear. And she's furious, obviously, and they do use the R slur in this scene. And she pushes him off this little bridge into like a little lake. And it was nice to see that. I obviously, like, it was a lot in terms of like, I don't know, violent. I don't even know if I want to say violence, but it was nice. It was nice to watch that. Also, they're in a library at one point, and her brother accidentally gets into an elevator, and he's like screaming for her, and she has to go find him. And the librarian's like, "This is no way to act," basically. And she's like, "I'm sorry, he's my brother, just give us a couple seconds." And yeah, so it shows that she really does care for him, but sometimes she just gets frustrated. And I think that's like the tone of the film. So yeah, her documentary wins. You get to see her documentary, and it's kind of like her talking about how she loves her brother, and sometimes it's really cool. He's really awesome. They play games together, but other times she is embarrassed by him. So it's a very honest documentary. But at the end, she's like, he's the best brother ever. And I love that so much. Another tone through the movie, or like reoccurring thing, is that they're in high school, and she's like, you know, I feel like I keep growing up and evolving that way, but her brother was always going to be her brother. Like, that was just how he was going to be, no matter what age. And I think that was a pretty important part of the movie, because she has to accept this stuff. And that's her twin too. Like, they grew up together, so I'm sure that even adds another layer of difficulty. And then at the end, basically, she's just checking in about her family. It shows her dad like really trying, but he still gets upset, and she's like, "Hey, I said he was trying," which I thought was really cool. It's not like this cookie cutter family by the end. They just all changed, because that's not realistic. So it was really cool. And then her and her mom had a better relationship, I think, because her mom at the same time was like, she used to tell me everything, now she doesn't tell me stuff. So they had a lot of issues. I think they worked out at the end, but it was a really moving DCOM. I did cry several times because it is beautiful, but I hope I did a good job like describing what it was. Oh, spoiler alert, sorry everybody. But yeah, I gave it an 8 out of 10. The only reason I didn't give it a higher score is because I'm not part of the community of whatever mental disability or disabilities that this movie was trying to showcase. Oh, by the way, Shia LaBeouf's in it. Shia LaBeouf's the brother. I don't know if that changes anything, but I'm not a part of that community, so I really can't speak on it. But I don't know if parts of this movie were offensive. So that's why I gave it an 8 out of 10, just because this was made a long time ago and it might be offensive to audiences. So, yeah. But I would recommend watching it. But yeah, I guess there is some things like trigger warning if it does specifically. Well, yeah, the R slur. But, yeah, especially in that time, I think it was a very common word thrown around. But anyway, that is my like review slash summary, I guess. So like this video, please. Comment down below if you've ever seen True Confessions, how you felt about it. And please subscribe. Bye!